Hi everyone, it's Miss Caitlin with Plant the Seed. Today I'm at the Ross Early Learning Center garden to bring you another round of Plant the Seed take-home kits. This time our theme for our take-home kits are going to be winter in the garden. You may think there's not a lot happening whenever it's cold outside and there's not a lot of plants that are growing, but it's actually the opposite. There's still a lot happening in the garden and we're still growing lots of delicious vegetables here as well. So with our kindergarten take-home kit, we're going to be doing winter in the garden, and the main theme of this one though is going to be dreaming of spring, because you know, whenever it's cold outside you love to think about the warm weather and dream of what your garden is going to look like in the spring when everything comes back and it's fully alive and it's big and it's beautiful. So we're going to do activities all about that today, so go ahead and stay tuned and we'll get started. Alright, so our very first activity, we're going to be making seed balls. So go ahead and grab the little brown baggie in your kit that says seed balls on it, and go ahead and get this out because we're going to need this for this activity. And then go ahead and grab a bowl and then a spoon, you don't mind getting dirty, from your kitchen. And then grab a little bit of water. And this is what we're going to need to do our first activity today. So the very first thing is, we're just going to take the seed ball bag. Inside of here we have clay, we have powdered clay, we have wildflower seeds, and then we also have soil. Because what's going to happen is we're going to make these little balls, we're going to make balls out of these, and then we're going to let them dry, and then whenever it starts to get warmer outside, we're going to go and we're going to find a space around our homes, in the garden, in the park, and we're going to throw them or crumble them, so then whenever it gets really warm outside, our flowers is going to be just full of wildflowers, because that's what's in here, our wildflower seeds. So this is a way that in the garden we can still plan for the spring and start to make things that will make our garden beautiful with lots of flowers, lots of colors, and yeah, just lots of fun stuff. So what you're going to do though is you're going to take this baggie, and you're going to take your bowl, and you're going to dump the contents of your bag into your bowl. And there it is. Dump that in there. So once again, this is your soil, this is your clay, and then this is also your wildflower seed. So this is what we're gonna make our seed balls with. And then take your bag too, and you're just gonna kind of flatten it out, because we're actually gonna put our seed balls on here so they can dry. We have to let these dry for about a day to 2 days, so we just need a place to store them until they're ready and they're dry enough that they'll crumble whenever we spread them. So just go ahead and put this aside for your seed balls. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your water and you're just gonna add a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't want to add too much, but see, that's just the little bit of water that I added, and you're just going to start to knead this all together. Just going to mix it. You want to mix it until all of this is really, really well combined. Your hands are going to get dirty, but that's part of the fun. All right, so you see it's coming together now, and it's forming our seed ball mixture. So you want to do this until it's just really well combined, until it looks like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab a little bit at a time. Like I said, this is going to get your hands dirty. Have your leaves rolled up, and you're just going to roll it between your hands. Just going to roll it like that. And there is my first seed ball. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and put it down on my brown paper baggie so it can dry. And then we're going to continue to pull out just little pieces of our mixture, just kind of like this big, and then just roll it between your hands, make it a mess. And then there is our second seed ball. Super easy. And there's another one. Roll it between my hands. And there is our third seed ball. I'm going to put it down in my brown paper bag. And then I have enough for one more. So I'm going to just scrape the bowl. You can just go like this, roll it between your hands, and there you go. There is your fourth seed ball. And the reason I have my spoon is just in case you don't want to get your hands too dirty, you can use this to mix together and to scoop out your seed balls. But I like to use my hands and get a little messy. I think it's fun to do that and make my seed balls. So what you're going to do now is you're going to put these aside. I have mine pushed aside. I'm going to let them dry for 24 to 48 hours. flowers, and then you can take them and you can spread them in your garden where you want, or in your house or outside or in a park where you want flowers to bloom, and you'll have beautiful wildflowers in the spring. So I just wanted to show you what my seed balls look like on the brown paper bag. Like I said, there are 4 of them, and you'll know whenever they are dry because you'll be able to touch them and there won't be anything that comes off on your finger. You can see right now that obviously mine are not dry yet, but we'll check back tomorrow and see if they are ready. All right, everyone, we are back now to do our second activity together, and that is going to be our Dreaming of Spring collage. So before we get started with this, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about your favorite fruit and your favorite vegetables, or your favorite flowers, or your favorite colors, or your favorite, just if you've ever grown anything, what's your favorite thing to grow? Or what have you wanted to grow and you've never had the chance to grow before? I want you to think about all of those questions. Think about what you want your garden to look like. Think about what you want it to make you feel whenever you walk into your garden. Dream of all of those things. All right, after you're done, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes. And that is what we're gonna do in this next activity. We are going to take our seed catalogs, which you need to go ahead and pull out of your activity bag, pull out your seed catalog, and it's gonna be time for us to start to dream about those different things. Dream about what we want in our garden, dream about what our favorite fruit and vegetable is, and if we can grow that in our garden. Think about our favorite flowers and our favorite colors, and we're going to make a collage from just the blank sheet of paper you have in your bag. We are going to turn this into a beautiful, colorful masterpiece of what we want to grow in our garden. So to get started, I want you to go ahead and open, just gonna put my second piece of paper aside for right now. I want you to go ahead and open your seed catalog for me. So yours will look a little bit different than mine, but they're all going to be seed catalogs. And this is where they talk about all the different seeds that you can buy and use to plant different fruits and vegetables and flowers. So you can see there's lots of different colors. There's lots of different fruits and vegetables. Look at all of these. This is all lettuce here. There's so many different types of lettuce. So I just want you to explore. Just explore your seed catalog and see what draws your eye. Even if you don't know what it is, but you think it looks cool and you'd like to try to grow it, go ahead and cut it out and we'll make it a part of our collage. So I want you to go through and explore this, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do next. So some things that I found in my seed catalog that I'm really excited about that I wanna put on my collage are these cosmos right here. Cosmos are a type of flower and they're beautiful. You can see it's like a pink to a darkish pinky red. So pretty. I'm very excited about these. I definitely wanna put these as part of my collage. And then a collage, if you're wondering what that word means, it's just a group of pictures that you put together to make a really big piece of art, or it can be a small piece of art. Ours is going to be the size of this paper today, and you're just going to put those pictures together to make something new. So I really like those cosmos. And then I also found these really fun tomatoes right here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Ooh. These right here, they're called Berkeley tie-dye green tomatoes. So I'm really excited about those too. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting out different things with my scissors that are also in your bag. So you can go ahead and grab your scissors and your glue. And I want you to start to make your collage. I'm gonna show you what mine looks like at parts throughout me making it. And I want y'all to also go ahead and start as well. So we'll check back in a few minutes to see how y'all are doing. All right, so I just got done cutting out some of the different seeds that I wanna use to dream about spring. So the first thing that I have, I'm just gonna share a couple of mine with you. The first thing that I have is a type of potato. It's actually a type of sweet potato, but it's purple. I love regular sweet potatoes, but I've never had a purple sweet potato before. So I thought it'd be really cool if I could grow these and see these in my garden next year. Or well, this year, I guess. Another one that I picked out was a dragon fruit. So I've actually never had dragon fruit before, but I've always wanted to try it. So this is another one that would be fun to try and plant in my garden. And then another one are black beans. So black beans are actually one of my favorite foods, and I've always wanted to try and grow them, so I thought it'd be really fun to try and grow them in my garden this year. And then last thing I want to share with you is my favorite vegetable, and that is Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are my favorite, and I've tried to grow these before. I'm not the best at it, but I would love to try and grow them again this year in my garden. So those are just a few. I have a bunch more in my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing them to my white piece of paper and filling them up. And I'm actually gonna go in a Roy G. Biv order. Does anybody know what Roy G. Biv stands for? That's right, it stands for the colors of the rainbow. And so over here on the most left-hand side, I'm gonna start with red and then go to orange and then yellow and then green and then blue and then indigo and violet. I don't have all of those colors with the seed pictures that I cut out. I'm just gonna do my best to follow that order so it looks kind of like a rainbow whenever I'm done. All right, I'll see you back after I've glued all of these on there and we see what it looks like. All right, I'm ready to show you my finished collage now. And this is what it looks like. You can see all those beautiful colors. There's lots of flowers and vegetables and some fruit on there as well. Just lots of different stuff. I would love to see what yours looks like. If you want to post a picture and tag us on social media, Plant the Seed, on social media, Instagram, Facebook, however, I would love to see what your collage looks like. And the reason you have a second piece of paper in your bag as well is because we want you to be able to dream as much as you want about spring. And if that does just one page, okay, awesome. But if you need to, please fill out both pages and continue to dream and just wonder and just imagine what the garden's gonna look like in the spring. All right, and we have one more activity today, and we're actually gonna be using our 5 senses that we've learned about before in our Plant the Seed take-home kits to explore a seed snack. So if you wanna go ahead, we're gonna do that next. If you wanna go ahead and pull out your sunflower seeds, we're gonna go and have a taste. All right, so we'll go ahead and pull these out and we'll do that next. All right, now our last activity is going to be our sunflower seed tasting. And yours is gonna be a little bit of a different bag than this, but inside will still be sunflowers. So if you wanna go ahead and pull these out, this is what they're gonna look like. Does anybody know where sunflower seeds come from? I'll give you a hint. It's in the name of it. That's right, sunflower seeds come from sunflowers. And so that's something else that we can grow here in our garden, and then we can actually harvest these and eat them. So we're gonna use our 5 senses to explore our sunflower seeds with our sunflower seed snack. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to use our sense of eyesight. So we're gonna look, and we're gonna look at the color of them. They're kind of like a tannish brown color. And they're hard to see because they're so small. It's like a tannish brown. And then we're gonna go ahead and use our sense of touch. So with our hands, we're gonna feel them. They're hard and they're smooth. Yeah, they're smooth and they're just, yes, they're very hard. Whenever you press on them like this, they're very hard between your fingers. And then next, we're gonna use our sense of taste, or of smell. We're not to taste yet, we're gonna use our sense of smell. We're gonna use our nose. Do they smell like anything? Mine don't. Mine don't really have a smell. Do yours have a smell to you? Next, we're gonna use our sense, we're gonna use our hearing, our sense of hearing. So, they make a noise whenever you rattle them in the bag, but do they just make a noise whenever they're in your hand? No, not really, but they do whenever you rattle them. And then, how many was that? That was our sense of touch, our sense of eyesight, our sense of smell, our sense of hearing. And then last, I think that we need to taste them, right? Let's go ahead and give them a taste. They're crunchy and super tasty. They taste really good, like a sunflower seed does. They have their own unique flavor. But yeah, super good. Go ahead and eat as many or as few as you want. And give me either a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you really, really liked them or they weren't your favorite, but you still tasted them, which is what matters. All right, And then that was our last activity for this take-home kit. Thank you all so much for joining me this time with your Plant the Seed take-home kit. I can't wait to see you next time for another round of take-home kit videos from Plant the Seed. Have a good one, y'all.